world's largest nativity scene in August? Atlanta Mall manager Gifford Jones.
Nativities mean Christmas, and Christmas means revenue. Don't have to be a wise man to figure that out.
The Savior went down to Georgia tonight on Six Sad World.
Hey guys, I'm back.
I didn't want this.
I'm home for the holidays, where I've never left. Speaking of holidays, let's talk holiday specials. They're usually just wholesome episodes of your favorite shows, but have you ever watched a holiday special of a show you like and think, this is just the worst? It's not often a holiday special is the worst episode of a show. That is, except for Daria. There could be more examples, but I don't know any. Season 3, Episode 4, Depth Takes a Holiday, is the worst episode of Daria. It is currently the lowest rated episode on IMDb, with a gap from 7.4 stars to 6.2 stars. Wow, that is not an easy feat. How could it be that bad? Okay, so the episode starts out with the St. Patrick's Day leprechaun and Cupid approaching Daria for a secret mission. Wait, what?
For now, let's just say he's the St. Patrick's Day leprechaun, and I'm Cupid.
Oh. You idiot! That's who we really are!
Dude, you and I know that, but this chick doesn't.
So, this kind of stuff does not happen in Daria. The show is normally down to earth, and the only remotely fantasy elements have happened in dreams or scary stories. And even then, it's tame. And here we are with magical people just walking around. This is the only episode of Daria to be completely non-canon, which is so odd. Okay, but that could be a fun change of pace. Alright, let's continue.
But really, it's through a dimensional wormhole in back of the Good Time Chinese restaurant.
Oh. Christmas, Halloween, and Guy Fawkes Day came to Lawndale for Chinese food.
Okay. So I get that Daria is known for being more monotone, but like, she's capable of expressing things. And what's happening in this episode is pretty crazy. But throughout the episode, the only reaction we get is just, whoa, that's crazy. Did you sleep okay? Not, oh my god, there are other dimensions and magical creatures. My worldview is now collapsing. This ain't Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Okay, this is completely new. Okay, calm down. That's just a fun twist on this kind of story. It could be really funny that they don't react at all. Alright, let's keep going.
Of course not. That's just stupid. They came here to start a band.
Kind of a hip-hop, punk, electronica vibe. They're not bad, but they need a guitar player.
Okay, let's get into things. You guys couldn't just settle on Santa Claus? We have Christmas, Halloween, and Guy Fawkes Day going to Lawndale to start a band. Cause they're teenagers, and they come from Holiday Island. I'm sorry, but the plot of holidays being teenagers is cute, but also boring as hell. It's definitely intentional how boring it is. The way they talk about this information is so dry. They also don't look or sound like teenagers. They're really just superficial adults. Okay, and these two shitheads are annoying, and they should not be walking around in public like that and creeping at Daria's windows. Ew. Also, seriously, why are they in Lawndale? This is the most average suburb ever. Why would they come here? What, because Trent plays guitar? I'm sorry, but I need more realism in my Daria episode about fucking holidays coming to life. Am I crazy? I think my issue here is that Daria does not have this kind of main character energy. She's just a relatable character who doesn't do too much. I find it odd for fictional characters to come to her for help and no one else, and it's just treated like a typical Tuesday. And why do they need Daria for this? They're smarter people.
Cool place Lawndale is.
No, we want you to do the opposite.
The opposite of what?
We want you to talk them into leaving Lawndale.
But they just got here, right?
Really? You dudes need to get your story straight.
We're gonna need the smart chick, and don't tell me to relax.
Dude, for once, I agree with you.
Daria even betrays them because she believes the holidays are just about money. Okay, back to the show.
And the next word out of your mouth will be that particular someone who makes you feel like Queen Cleopatra.
Trent?
Oh my god. Would you be surprised this is my first time finishing this episode? Okay, so my biggest issue with this episode is just that the writing is so average. A show that is usually so quick and witty, full of great one-liners and engaging dialogue, and here it just feels so blah.
Who are you talking to?
My imaginary friend?
Okay, I'll come back.
It feels like they're following the structure of Daria dialogue, but it's just missing the mark. And I feel this way because the dialogue just doesn't have enough subtlety. The humor is pretty much that the premise is so ridiculous, yet so mundane at the same time. And characters feel pretty one note compared to usual. I'm feeling so nitpicky, but it's just hard to describe it unless you've seen the whole show and this episode. Besides some season 1 episodes, there's no episode with writing that feels this off. This feels more like a Halloween special for how unnerving and odd it is. These are skinwalkers of my favorite characters. Okay, we can finally do a rundown of the episode now, okay? I got it out of my system, I promise. In order to distract Daria's parents, Cupid shoots a love arrow and gets them all horny for the rest of the episode. Quinn is grossed out by it, but she doesn't want them to have another baby, so she has to stay awake to cock block her parents.
Why else would they be, you know?
Whoa, yeah.
Happy holiday, happy holiday. Daria ends up supporting the deserters because they have to be happy all the time. That's literally their only point. And then the holidays end up staying at Daria's place and not at the house with no parent in it. The other holidays try to convince Daria that the world is sad without Christmas, but honestly, she keeps being proven right.
You see, Daria, you really had a wonderful life.
What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, I like that one. The only reason they come around is because the other holidays are also annoying as shit, which is actually very on brand for a Daria episode, I'll give them that. The cast finally goes to Holiday Island, feeling just as uninterested as how they started. But here's the twist. Holiday Island is basically just high school, but for the holidays, because of course it is. I don't really know what kind of statement they're making. I also kind of like that the real stakes are just that the other holidays were popular, and the new popular kids are more annoying, being President's Day.
I cannot tell a lie. You are Hatchet City, man.
Man, despite my issues, I still like this show too much to not enjoy some of it. So they get them back, they play a really annoying song in their band,
I'm a teen holiday, I need socks. I'm a teen holiday, I need socks.
and peace is restored. No, not much else happens. This episode is tiring to watch. It's nothing like any other episode of Daria, and yet it's so boring. It's an anomaly. They could have gone so much further with any of these angles. Could have been more fantastical or even more intentionally mundane. Could be more topical and cutting, and could have Daria care even less. But it just came out so bland. I think this kind of premise was just hard to write for, since half the dialogue is just saying how stupid this all is, but it also isn't funny enough of a premise to carry the episode.
No Guy Fawkes Day?
But overall, I don't hate it. Daria isn't a worse show because this episode exists. Maybe it could have been good and we got more non-canon episodes in the future seasons. I wouldn't have minded that. Maybe a simpler but higher stakes plot would work because we could focus on banter or character arcs. But for special episodes, I'll take the 2 movies over the holiday special any day. Skip this episode when picking out what holiday specials you want to watch this year. Also, happy holidays everyone. See you in 2026.